So my next guest is a former Treasury sanctions strategist who was born and raised in Iran. It's Foundation for Defense of Democracy's senior fellow, Miad Maleki, who joins me now. Miad, thanks for being with us here today. Okay, let's factor in. There have been a couple of moves by the United States, cutting off oil sales, revoking oil sales for Iran, and now on night two, the second round of strikes on Iran. Tell us what you make of the situation.
Well, thanks for having me. I mean, it's very clear that the U.S. government, U.S. Treasury Department and Department of War are responding to Iran's violation of the Memorandum of Understanding, which was very clear from the very beginning that this Islamic regime in Iran is not a type of entity that you can cut a deal with and expect them to comply with. So they had a chance. It was a chance that was unprecedented since 2012. This is the first time that the U.S. government is allowing Iran to get paid in U.S. dollars. They had that opportunity, yet they chose to go back to escalate, and given their state of economy, it was just another bad choice that they made.
So as you see it, what does that mean, Miad? I think President Trump has come all the way out and said the MOU is basically dead. But he also said we're not resuming full-on war with Iran, yet we have these strikes in response to things that Iran had done. So where are we? We're sort of in a middle ground, a no man's land when it comes to what's happening with Iran.
Well, here's the way I would look at this. I think the MOU could be a vehicle to go from a hot war, from this conflict that includes strikes and back and forth, to more of a cold type conflict, maximum pressure campaign, sanctions, diplomatic pressure, and it's going to go very poorly for the Islamic regime, for the Islamic Republic, because they've never been so isolated that they are today. Even the Gulf states are unwilling to engage with them in a way that would be in the favor of the Islamic Republic. Economically, if they have to go back and deal with a state of economy in a state of peace as opposed to a state of war, they're going to see the real effect of the war economy, the inflation rate that is going to skyrocket, and the domestic production that has declined significantly because of the attack. So I can see how we might de-escalate. Some of these strikes are only in response to Iran's meddling in Strait of Hormuz. And then maybe slowly we would disengage militarily and then go back to the maximum pressure campaign. And Iran's going to have to deal with opening the Strait of Hormuz for the sake of their own economy and normalizing their relationship to an extent that they can with the Gulf states, with the Indians, Pakistanis, and the Chinese, most importantly.
Okay. Miad Maleki, thanks for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.